All right, first and foremost, all right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honor to my apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this knowledge. Peace and salutation to all the brothers from this work and truth and sincerity. Shalom. This is another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Concerning the things that are written in the scriptures, because people think, that when you preaching this Bible, that it's just something that you should take lightly. It's something you should, it's just a fad, something to do, on your spare time. But this is a real living book, and it's very important. The things that are written in here are not all fine and dandy, man. It's a lot of things that are written in the scriptures that are contrary to this world, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 2, and I'm gonna get to the main point. Eat the roll. The roll is talking about this book. I'm gonna start at verse 9. And he looked, and when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, and look, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there it was writing on the outside and on the inside. And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. Now, what is lamentations? Okay, let's go to the other Bible that has the Strongs in it. Where did I just read that from? Ezekiel 2 and 9. Okay, let's bring out the Strongs. Okay, lamentations. It says, is this the right word? Yeah. Beating the breast on instruments. Wait, what? Wait, did I click on the right word? Lamentations. It's not giving any deeper definition of the word lamentation. So I guess I have to go do it myself. I want to get, okay, lamentations. It's a lamentation. It says, a plaintive cry, a wailing, moaning, a weeping. So to wail, moan, weep, a wailing, to shout, cry. Now, I got a quick question. In Revelation chapter 1, verse 7, it says that the people will be wailing when Yahushua returns. Let's see. Revelations 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. So the people on the earth are going to be crying because Yahushua is coming. But I thought the Lord loved everybody. I thought he was coming to, bring roses and all that, man. Let's continue reading on, because the scriptures tells you what's written in it. It says, verse 10 again, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein. So in the book it was written lamentations, which are deep crying, mourning. Let's see what mourning is. A muttering, sighing, thought of a thunder, mourning sound, tell. Now let's go to the online etymology dictionary. Let's see what mourning is. A complaint, grief. So you're very grieved. People are going to be very grieved in these days that's coming on the earth, man. Okay, one more word that we have to look at. It says woe, which we know woe means destruction. Let's see what the online etymology dictionary says about woe. Wait. Woe. Okay. That didn't give me no definition for woe. Come on, give me a definition for woe. Woeful, afflicted with sorrow, That's not what I was looking for. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Okay, great sorrow or distress. So it's gonna be great sorrow and distress in these in these last days, man. I mean, it's a lot. Well, yeah, that too. But it's written in the scriptures, woe, which is destruction. Great sorrow or distress, misery, sorrow, distress, sadness, unhappiness, heartache, heartbreak, despair, depression, regret, gloom, all these things that cause sorrow or distress, troubles, difficulty, problem, trial, tribulation, setback, reverse. So, woe has a lot of definitions, man. The ultimate one being destruction. Because these people don't understand what is written in this Bible, man. And the scriptures clearly tell you. Let's Ezekiel 20:10, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations, crying, wailing, mourning. What the definition said. I never did go and see what mourning would mean, other than what they gave me. An expression of deep sorrow for someone who has died, typically involving following certain conventions, such as wearing black clothes. Grief, lamentation. So those two words, mourning and lamentation, go hand in hand, really mean the same thing. And you have woe, which is distress, destruction, all of these things, because it's coming on the earth, man. This book is a very beautiful book. This is Ezekiel 3:1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So Ezekiel was commanded to eat the roll of this book, and go speak to the children of Israel. Verse 2, so I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And you got to eat the whole roll. You can't eat half of the roll and be like, oh, I'm full. No, man, you got to eat the whole roll. Verse 3, and he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat and fill thy bowels with this roll. So we got to fill our bowels and our whole heart with these scriptures, man. With this roll that I gave thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as sweet as honey for sweetness. It was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee into the house of Israel and speak with my words unto them. So when we ate the roll, we ate the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and his words are in us. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. So we not sent to no difficult, a nation that speaks another language or something, man. We're sent to our own people, not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely I have sent thee to them; they would have hearkened unto thee. So they would have understood. They would have listened to Yahweh Shemel Shai. But verse 7 gonna tell you, and the house of Israel would not hearken unto thee, for they would not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. So our people are rebellious as fuck, man. And Jake's still rebellious to this day, even unto this very day. The scripture says it, man. But the point being, we have to eat this whole roll, man. The whole roll. We can't eat half of it. It be in your stomach for sweetness, but in your mouth and your stomach is bitter, man. Okay, roll bitter. That's not it. I was looking for a scripture, but let me see. I probably just gotta search for it. I think it's in the New Testament, Hebrews, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Nah, not Hebrews. Damn, I cannot think of that scripture. Is it in Ezekiel? I don't know what it's at. I don't know what I'm looking for. Because it's somewhere in the scripture that it says the roll was bitter and it was sweet in your mouth, and it was bitter when it got to your stomach. I believe it's in Revelation. Okay, Revelation chapter 10, verse 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the book. He said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. So that's the same thing, man. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. So that's saying the same thing that it says in Ezekiel, man, about this book. This book, man, it's sweet, but it's also bitter, man. It's a perfect balance, man. So with that, man, I prove my point through the Spirit. So I'm going to say shalom, inshallah, death to America. Shalom till next time.